All right, I'm Nick Beres. This is my home here behind me. It's my bulldog, Dewey, one of 5 dogs. And I live in Wilson County, Lebanon, Tennessee, along a road way down there, Tater Peeler Road. You wanna know how they call it Tater Peeler or why? Okay, long time ago, there's farmers that lived down there. The road wasn't paved, it's kind of rough. They'd get their crop of potatoes and they'd drive that way to market. And by the time they got there, because of the bumpy road, the potatoes were peeled. Yeah. No one ever forgets the name Tater Peeler. So we were just looking for a new place to live where we could build a small house like this one. And we were just driving along. My wife spotted this and said, Nick, we have to come out and take a look. And I remember walking up here before anything was built here. It was just a hillside. And standing here looking out and seeing some hawks overhead flying, I go, well, we've got to buy this place. And we did, and so we built here about 5 years ago. Yeah, and in like 30 plus years, the biggest change in Nashville is just the growth. I mean, it's just exploded in growth, and it's brought so many new elements. I mean, yeah, it used to be a neat, smaller town, and some people miss that feel. Dogs are going crazy over here, all right? Because they're seeing you, and they're vicious. No, they're not. Come here, Dewey. Now, Dewey's outside with me because he's chill. That's the Brad Pitt of bulldogs. He's got the blue eyes. He's Mr. Hotshot. And he's a good boy. Come here, Dewey. That's a good boy. And then the other dogs, all of them rescues, okay? We work with rescues and shelters and Animal Rescue Corps. And we've got Jackpot and Noodle and Wink and Biggie Smalls and Dewey. Growing up, all I had were, gerbils, hamsters, parakeets, and cats. I should have had a dog. And my wife, Deb, who loves animals and is just so wonderful, introduced me to dogs, and I love them. Dogs are God's gift to humans. All animals are, but they're family. Come on. He's just hanging. He's just a good buddy. Big chunk. He's just a chunk. You want to see the homing pigeons and stuff? That's Noodle. That's Wink. He only has one eyeball. We rescued him after someone threw him out of a car on a busy roadway. Just tossed him out the car. They didn't want him anymore, and they threw him out. He could have gotten hit by a car. Someone rescued him and called me, and I said, I'll take him. He's the one-eyed wonder pug. Yeah, he's a good boy. Come here, Beaks. That's Biggie Smalls. He's much like a sweet potato. Good boy. Oh, come here, guys. Let's go inside so he can come back out. Watch out. This yard's a minefield of turds. Come on, Biggie. Come on, Jackpot. Let's go. Come on, Jack. Okay. Stay there, guys. This is Annie Oakley. She is the most friendly of our chickens. It's Annie Oakley. Oh, she's the best. She's the best layer, so we call her Annie Oakley. She's a sweetie. Okay, go ahead. Looking for bugs. Yeah. The other chickens just roaming around, but they're not as friendly. Now, these are homing pigeons here. Aren't they beautiful? Now, these are a special breed of pigeon, and I can take them 4 or 5 miles away, release them, and they'll come back here by nightfall, usually sooner than that. There's just a built-in navigational system. I've got 5, and then when they're small, like this hatchling, they look like porcupines. This little guy was just hatched. Wow. Isn't he cool? Yeah. And so before you know it, he'll be flying. Another, I'd say, month, and he will look like one of those. They're curious, and they're really smart. And they always come back. But they're imprinted on this coop. The way you train them is you start by taking them to the end of the driveway, and then you take them to the end of the road, and then farther and farther. With time, I could take him, any one of these, to downtown Nashville, and they would make it back here. It might take them a day or two, but they'd find their way back from downtown Nashville, and we're about 45 minutes from downtown. I try to keep them wild instead of hold them all the time. I just want them to be able to go and do their thing. And yeah, we let them out in the summertime, but right now, especially since there's a lot of hawks out that are hungry because it's wintertime, hawks will take care of them, so you gotta be careful. Back here, the last of the menagerie is the beehive. I used to have 3 or 4, but bees are so fickle, they take off. Now you see on the side there, because it's so cold in the winter, I attached some styrofoam insulation. And the bees survived this recent cold. You see some of them out there right now exploring. But come springtime, I'll put another box on top, and then they'll get out there and start collecting nectar and pollen. And I'll harvest my own honey probably by July. Wow. Usually get about, 50 pounds.
Really?
Yeah. In a mature hive, it could be more than 30,000.
Wow.
Yeah, more than 30,000. I've got the bee suit and put it on. Come out here. A few years back, I got stung. I went into anaphylactic shock. And kind of freaked me out. Now I've got an EpiPen, but I've been stung since and I have not had a reaction. I don't know why I did that one time. Yeah, bees are amazing. They're cool. And then this is a fruit orchard. All right, so I think this is a Honeycrisp apple, just baby. This is goji berry. You'll only find this bush growing at the foot of Mount Everest in Nepal or in my backyard. Goji berries are a superfood. Pretty cool. This is a cherry, a tart cherry, and it's finally maturing. I haven't gotten cherries. My favorite tree is this one, another tart cherry. Got it when it was small. This will be covered with blooms in the spring, and a few weeks in, those blooms turn into the most delicious little tart cherries. I love this tree. I come out sometimes and talk to it. Then we got pear and apple, and then fig on the end. My figs always die. And this will be the garden. That's about it. My dad was into journalism and newspapers and radio and broadcasting. My first love was radio, and then writing for the school newspaper. And I knew I'd probably go into some form of journalism when I was in high school. It was just dead on. But I didn't have plans. I didn't think, someday I'm going to be in a big TV market as an anchor. I just like going out and covering the news that's interesting to people, and I like being out there finding it out. The adrenaline rush sometimes that comes with it. Never a grand plan at all. Neither was this stuff with Facebook and Instagram and all. I had no idea where all this stuff was going to go. Within reason. I'm kind of a chicken on some things, but I do some stupid things, and you just wonder at some point you can push your body too much. But when we bought this, we had a plot here and we have a plot here. And someone told me, there's an old cemetery in the back there. A cemetery? No, there was a family that lived out here. And I've posted about it before, but it takes a while to go back through the brush, but now would be a good time to go. You go all the way back, and there's this old wrought iron fence you finally find. And in there's about 4 or 5 graves and an above ground crypt from a family that used to live on this land back in the 1860s. This is Civil War times. And so we've got that cemetery is just a little plots, and I go back there twice a year with a weed eater and clip it and try to maintain it for them. But there's names on it. It's pretty cool. And then just every morning, we get sunrises here. So in the morning, sometimes the sun will just hit you. I like to sleep in if I can, but other times you get up at like 6 in the morning and it is just beautiful. Just a great, great sunrise from over here. And we bought the place, I didn't realize, we can mow up here, but down there we let it all go. And I didn't realize, I don't have a tractor or anything. You have to bush hog that. Yeah. And I have a very good friend named Philip who lives just down the road. And he bush hogs it for us twice a year, which is very nice. I'd love to give it to someone for the hay, but everyone has their own hay. They don't need it. And this is where Nick Stock was. You should have been here. You would have loved it, but I know. I know. The TV news biz is changed. I love television, motion picture, video, all of that. That's so important. The business is changing because it's not all going to be on TV. It's now on all these different platforms. That's kind of what I've discovered. I want to adapt with what viewers are after and what I'm after. Everything's going to change. Everything is going to change. Some for the worse. Most, I think, for the better, because the more you can get out to people and a wider audience, I think the better. The key is hopefully journalism stays the same. Hopefully that's what I'll continue to bring is important journalism stories that are important to people, but also some fun stuff, some entertainment, human interest that goes with it. And let me know too, what kind of stories you want to hear. And then I hope we go beyond just, Nashville, Middle Tennessee, but there's stories of national interest that we'll cover.